Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're getting into something that, well, it's meant to build loyalty, but maybe it's costing your salon more than you think. We're talking about loyalty programs.
Exactly. They seem great on the surface, rewarding clients, keeping them coming back. But there can be some significant hidden costs lurking there if you're not careful.
Yeah, so our mission today, especially for you salon owners listening, is pretty clear. Help you spot those hidden costs, figure out their impact, and, get some tools to make sure your program is actually helping your business grow, not just draining it silently.
hmm And to do that, we've pulled together insights from, well, a few different places. Advice on auditing these programs, breakdowns of the costs, and just general thinking on hidden expenses in service businesses, especially salons.
Okay, let's dive in then. When you think loyalty programs and salons, what usually comes to mind? Like points for money spent or buy 10 haircuts, get one free, that kind of thing.
Those are the classics, yeah. They're designed to encourage people to keep coming back.
Mm.
But that brings us straight to the first major hidden cost.
Mm-hmm.
All those free services or products people end up getting.
Right. Feels good giving back, but I saw something about this. Figures suggesting like maybe 40% of clients might redeem a free haircut every year through these programs. That sounds significant.
It really can be.
Yeah.
And the crucial thing to remember is it's free for the client, sure, but not for the salon. You still have very real costs. The stylist needs to be paid for their time, right?
Of course.
And you've got overheads, electricity, water, the products used during that free service. All those still cost you money. So this idea, this illusion of free, it can seriously eat into your profits if you haven't really planned for it.
Okay, so free isn't free. Got it. That
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense. What's another area where these costs might be hiding?
Well, think about the tech. Lots of salons use special software now to run these loyalty programs,
Yeah.
tracking points, managing rewards.
Yeah, seems efficient.
But-
But I guess that comes with a price tag.
It definitely does. Often it's a monthly subscription fee. Could be, say, $100 a month, maybe more,
Okay.
which might not sound like a fortune each month, but that's over $1,200 a year. And it becomes a hidden cost, a real drain, if that software isn't actively helping you meet your business goals.
How do you mean?
Like, are you actually seeing more client visits because of it? Are people spending more? Are you even using the reports and features it offers? If not, you're just paying for something that isn't really delivering value. It's just an expense.
That's a really good point. Paying for tech that doesn't pull its weight is just waste. Okay, so we have the cost of the rewards themselves and the cost of the tech. Where else are these hidden costs popping up?
Think about your team's time, your people. Managing these programs isn't always smooth sailing, is it? Your front desk staff especially. How much time do they spend fixing points issues, answering questions about rewards, dealing with lost cards?
Oh, I can totally picture that. How many points do I have? I lost my card. Yeah, those little interruptions.
Exactly. They seem small one by one. But think about their hourly wage. Add up all those little moments across a week, a month.
Mm-hmm.
It actually becomes a pretty significant chunk of staff time. Time they could be spending on, booking clients, upselling services, making the salon experience better.
So it's not just the free service cost, it's also paying staff to manage the system, giving away the free stuff. Kind of a double hit if you're not efficient.
Precisely. And sticking with the client experience, there's another cost. Confusion.
Confusion. How does that cost money?
Well, if your program rules are super complicated or if you don't explain it clearly, clients just get frustrated. They might not even bother trying to use it.
Yeah, that makes sense. If it feels like too much work to figure out, I'd probably just ignore it.
Exactly right. And then what you have is a loyalty program that nobody's really using.
Yeah.
That's a hidden waste. You spent time setting it up, maybe money on software, effort training staff, all for something that isn't actually building loyalty.
Yeah.
Because it's too confusing.
It's like throwing a party nobody comes to because the invitation was weird. All that effort basically down the drain. Okay, so complexity costs us engagement and wasted resources. What about actually telling people about the program?
Ah, yes. Marketing. Another potential hidden cost there is putting money into promoting a loyalty program that just isn't working well. You might be printing flyers, sending emails, doing social media posts.
Standard stuff, right? You got to let people know it exists.
You do, but if the program itself isn't appealing, or if it's too confusing, then that marketing spend is just lost money. You're advertising something that isn't hitting the mark. That's a cost people often miss when they look at their marketing budget.
Okay, so the program needs to be good before you spend money shouting about it. Makes sense.
Okay.
Are there Are there any other sneaky costs we should be thinking about? This is quite illuminating.
One last area, and it's maybe less obvious but really important, legal stuff. Data privacy. When you run a loyalty program, you're collecting customer data, right? Names, emails, buying habits.
Yeah, lots of personal info.
Exactly. And you've got regulations like GDPR and similar laws popping up everywhere. You absolutely have to handle that data correctly, securely, legally. If you don't, you could be looking at hefty fines, legal trouble.
Mm.
That's a hidden cost nobody wants.
Wow. Okay. Definitely something to keep front of mind. So, quite a list of potential pitfalls there. Can you maybe give us a more concrete example, like a story of a salon owner who ran into these things?
Sure. Let's talk about, let's call her Jamie. She runs a pretty busy salon. A few years back, she started a loyalty program. Seemed simple. 1 point per dollar spent, get a free haircut at 100 points.
Sounds pretty standard, yeah. What happened?
Well, at first, things seemed great. Clients liked it. She saw repeat bookings go up a bit initially. But then, after a while, she noticed something odd. Her appointment book was full, busy, busy, busy. But her profits weren't really where she expected them to be.
The numbers weren't adding up.
Right. So she decided to dig deeper, kind of do an audit like we've been talking about.
And what did she find when she looked closer?
Okay, first, she was kind of shocked to see just how many free haircuts were being redeemed. It turned out around 40% of her regulars were cashing in points for a free cut each year.
40%. Wow.
Yeah. Great for the clients, obviously, but that meant a huge chunk of her services weren't bringing in any direct cash. But she still had all the costs, paying the stylist, products, overhead.
That's a massive hit to revenue, even if the chairs are full.
It really was.
Yeah.
Second, she started to quantify the staff time. All those little questions, the manual updates for people not using an app, dealing with lost cards, it was eating up way more front desk hours each week than she'd realized.
Time that could have been spent actually generating income.
Exactly. Then there was the software. She was paying $120 a month for her loyalty platform.
Okay.
But when she actually looked at the reports, she realized she wasn't really using the data to make decisions. A lot of the fancy features were untouched. So that $120 a month wasn't really giving her a good return.
So the tech she thought would help was just another line item on the expense sheet.
Pretty much. And then she started hearing little things from clients. That the rules weren't totally clear, they were confused about points or what they could get. Sometimes it led to awkward moments at checkout.
Which is the opposite of what you want from a loyalty program.
Totally. It should build good feelings, not confusion. And finally, she looked at her marketing, the flyers, the emails. She realized a lot of it wasn't really targeted. She was spending money promoting it, but not necessarily reaching the clients who'd actually engage or driving the results she wanted.
Wow. Jamie's story really highlights how all those little things, the free services, the staff time, the software, the confusion, the marketing spend, they can all add up and really squeeze profitability, even if the program seems popular.
That's exactly it. And Jamie's situation, well, it's probably not unique. Lots of salon owners set these things up with good intentions, but without really keeping an eye on these hidden costs, they can end up hurting their own bottom line.
Okay, so Jamie found the problems. What did she do? And more importantly for everyone listening, what steps can you take to get a handle on your own program?
Right, the action plan. So the absolute first step, just like Jamie did, is audit everything. Seriously, dig into your numbers. Track the actual cost of every free service or product given away. Note down your software fees. Try to realistically estimate the staff hours spent managing the program. Tally up the marketing costs for it. Even think about potential compliance costs.
Get all the costs down on paper.
Yes, and then, this is crucial, compare those total costs to the benefits. Is the program actually bringing in more revenue overall? Are these loyal clients spending more? Is it keeping valuable clients coming back longer? You need both sides of the equation.
Got it. Understand the full financial picture first. Then what?
Then simplify. If your program is confusing, make it simple. Easy to understand, easy to use. Often, a clear points per dollar system with straightforward, appealing rewards works best.
I keep it simple, stupid. Right. What else?
Empower your team. Train them properly. Make sure everyone knows exactly how the program works, how to explain it clearly, and how to handle common questions or problems efficiently. A well-trained team saves time and reduces frustration, both for them and for clients.
Good training smooths everything out. Makes sense.
Definitely. Next, reward strategically. Think beyond just giving away your most expensive services. Get creative. Offer discounts on upgrades, maybe free product samples, invites to special salon events, early access to new stuff. These can feel valuable to clients without costing you a fortune.
Diversify the rewards, offer value in different ways. Smart.
Another thing, consider going digital if it makes sense for you. Digital loyalty apps or systems can save time, cut down on errors from like paper punch cards, and give you really useful data. But weigh the cost against the benefits. Make sure it works with your existing systems. It's not always the right answer for every single salon.
So digital can be good, but analyze it first. Don't just jump in. What about letting clients know?
Promote purposefully. Yes, tell clients about it, but focus your main efforts on clients who are already engaging or seem like good candidates for loyalty. Track what promotion actually works, which emails get opened, which posts get clicks, so you're spending your marketing money wisely.
Target your efforts. Don't just spray and pray.
Exactly. And maybe the most important habit, regular checkups.
Mhm.
Don't just set it and forget it. Look at your program's performance every, say, 3 to 6 months. Check the costs, get feedback, see if it's hitting your goals, and be ready to tweak things based on what you find.
Needs ongoing attention, like tending a garden.
That's a great way to put it. And one last thing, be vigilant. Keep an eye out for any, misuse or people trying to game the system. Good software can often help flag weird patterns.
Right, have some safeguards. Okay, any final quick tips or bonus thoughts for owners wrestling with this?
Yeah, just a few quick ones. Don't be afraid to put sensible limits on redeeming really high-cost rewards if it's hurting your profits too much. Remember, loyalty isn't just about points personalized service making people feel special. That counts for a lot too.
Sure.
Be willing to try different things if your current program isn't working. Maybe a tiered system, maybe different rewards. And finally, it's okay to learn as you go. Don't beat yourself up if the first version wasn't perfect. Analyze, adjust, improve. It's all part of running the business.
Okay, so boiling it all down. Loyalty programs can be fantastic tools, but you absolutely have to watch out for those hidden costs, the freebies, the tech, the time, the confusion, because they can seriously erode your profits if you let them.
Precisely. It's about active management. You need to audit, simplify, reward smart, and keep monitoring. Make sure that program is actually an investment that drives growth, not just an unchecked expense bleeding you dry.
So for you listening, maybe just pause for a second after this deep dive and think. What's one small thing, just one adjustment or action you could take right now to get a better handle on your loyalty program's true cost and benefit? Maybe it really is scheduling that audit or just looking at your software reports for the first time in ages. Take that one step.
That's a perfect takeaway. A well-run program should boost your business. By paying attention to these hidden details, you make sure it's actually doing that job, contributing to your success, not taking away from it.